Google recently launched another one of their exciting initiatives, Project Loon. The aim of Project Loon is to bring internet access to the entire world, and in particular to rural and remote regions. And how will they do this? They will do this with high-altitude balloons. In this video, we will discuss Google's Project Loon. High-altitude balloons are balloons that travel in the stratosphere. The stratosphere is an ideal place for balloons as it is above the weather, birds, and airplanes. In addition, the winds tend to be slow and steady. High-altitude balloons are unmanned and usually filled with helium or hydrogen. The weather balloon is an example of a high-altitude balloon. The first hydrogen-filled high-altitude balloon was launched in France in 1783 by Jacques Charles, a physics professor, and the Wright brothers, the engineering team that built the balloon. Attended by 300,000 spectators, the balloon was launched at what would become the site of the Eiffel Tower. It flew northwards above the clouds for 45 minutes and landed 21 kilometers away. In the early 1960s, NASA researched the use of balloons as communications satellites. Echo 1 launched in 1960 and Echo 2 launched in 1964, were metallized balloons placed in low Earth orbit so that communication signals could be bounced off them and returned to Earth. Soon after Echo 2 re-entered the Earth's atmosphere in 1969, NASA abandoned this technology in favor of active satellites. The principle behind Project Loon is not unfamiliar. As high-altitude balloons travel through the stratosphere, internet signals bounce from balloon to antenna attached to buildings, and from balloon to ground stations connected to local internet providers. The many layers of wind in the stratosphere are utilized to provide good internet coverage on the ground. Because of the varying directions and magnitude of each layer of wind, software programs can determine where to move and arrange the balloons to create the network that will provide maximum coverage. With a little imagination and creativity, it is quite possible that 2/3 of the world will finally be introduced to the internet. For more information on this subject, as well as other aerospace-related topics, please visit us at www.sigmarockets.com.